recognize the name Zutomayo, as it was one of the more recent Undiscovered Gems videos I did. Hopefully you check that video out, because Zutomayo is a really exciting J-pop band that I think really need to start gaining more attention. Getting better and better every time I hear it. It is aging so well. I mean, it is only a year old, but that album just hits a spot every damn time. Hits a beautiful spot. And with this new EP over here, they've done a similar thing in how they released their album last year, as they've released it as an EP first. But with the EP last year that they released, some of the tracks didn't end up making the album. So I'm kind of wondering what they're gonna do with the coming up album, the album on its way, the upcoming release, because are there going to be songs featured on that album? Is it going to be a completely separate thing, or are they going to do what they did before and have like 3 or 4 songs on the album and the rest just extra bonus tracks? But obviously I can't see into the future. I don't exactly know what they're planning on doing, so as a standalone EP it was worth talking about, because it's really just an extension of what they've already been doing. It's just adding on to the great music that we've already heard from them, and really it's just extra new Zutomayo tracks that just get me pumped the fuck up. When I say extension, I wouldn't really say it's like an added on extension. It's more just doing what they're already good at. It's nothing really new here. We haven't heard, you know, something on this EP that's completely mind-blowingly new and fresh for the band, because it really is just what we've already heard. But it's one of those things where it's like, you're doing what you do best, and I'm okay with that. It's similar to a band like the Beths, you know, the New Zealand pop rock band, where like if they keep doing what they're already good at, I think I'd be fine with it, because they're so good at doing that one thing that it doesn't really need to be changed, or, you know, it doesn't really need to be a new sound or anything. And the first 2 tracks on this EP are certified Zutomayo bangers. There aren't really many J-pop bands out there that just hit the spot with the melodies. Like, they are just so freaking good at conjuring up a great melody. The singer is lively as hell. She has a great voice. Might be one of my favorite vocalists around at the moment, actually, just because of how impactful she is. Her personality just shines the hell through, and obviously I don't speak any of that language, but yeah, it doesn't really matter, because you just don't need to know it, because you can just hear the greatness coming out of her voice, the passion. One of those rare vocalists that just manages to make a melody out of anything. She is just so good at bringing out these catchy, banging tunes. JK Bomber is another track where it's just so lively and filled with fire. There's just so much fire amped up in this track. Honestly, man, this group, this band, this artist, they just need more love. The penultimate track on the album went for a bit more of like I guess a guitar-driven track. Not really one of my favorites, I must admit. I think when they intertwine the piano melodies in their songs, they're just unstoppable. Like, the best tracks on this EP and on the album were just easily the tracks where the pianos are just soaring through. They have these really twinkly vibes to them, and it just works so well with what they're doing. And it's a shame when they're taken away, because obviously it's just so damn catchy that I feel like it works so well in their favor. And this one track here was definitely one of the weaker ones on the whole thing, but the closing track might be the best one here, because this track, man, has this sort of like 2-step-ish type beat. It's so damn good. Again, with the friggin' piano melodies, the way they meld in with the vocals, and the drumming as well. The drumming is A1, man. A1. They're so bloody talented, and I feel like a lot of the things I said in that Undiscovered Gems video, which obviously I can link in the description if you want to watch that, applies to this EP too, because they're just really doing what they do so well. But hopefully someone out there will check them out based on this video, because you really should be listening to what they're doing right now, because they're just so fun, and definitely one of the best EPs I've heard this year, actually. I think they're just hitting that spot once again, and I'm excited to see what they do with the album, whether some of these tracks make it onto the album or they don't. I have faith in that they'll put out a really strong release whenever it comes. So yeah, definitely one of the most exciting EPs I've heard this year. Hopefully you agree with that. Hopefully you check this out based on my recommendation as well. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you have a good day, and subscribe as well. You should definitely subscribe. Goodbye, see you later, and goodbye.